Hey, how you doing? Here's why I'm not making an NFT game. So recently, if you couldn't tell, I've been making a lot of game dev videos. And I'm actually working on another devlog about adding some boss mechanics, but I wanted to create an in-between episode about NFTs and especially the rise of NFT or blockchain video games. Now, NFTs and crypto in general have been getting talked about literally so much, to the point where it's starting to get a little bit annoying. Now, I'm not a crypto guy, I have some invested for fun, and I think that technology is interesting from a computer science and software engineering perspective, but I definitely am not super passionate about it. If you're not familiar, NFTs stand for no fun talking because they are no fun to talk about. I know, I'm pretty funny. I'm not really going to dive too deep into the technical details, but I highly recommend checking out Folding Ideas' video about NFTs. It's 2 hours long, but super insightful. Also, Josh Strife Hayes made a great video about NFTs as well, and Ben Awad also made a video about why he will not be implementing NFTs in the game that he's focusing on. But essentially, an NFT or non-fungible token is a unique unit of data on a blockchain, at least according to the Wikipedia. And since it can be any data, it can be a picture, a video, a graphic, really any type of data. Each NFT is uniquely identifiable, so they can be traded between addresses on the blockchain. But just because you own the NFT of something doesn't necessarily mean you really own any legal rights to anything, since it's on a decentralized blockchain and there's no government authority or legal authoritative figure that's actually enforcing that you own what you own. There are stipulations to this. For example, if in that unit of data there is a copyright reference ID number, that when you buy this NFT, you also get the copyright associated with said image or graphic. So that can be different, but just because you own an image does not necessarily mean that you own the copyright to that image or whatever that data may be. Now, that's about as deep as I want to get with NFTs, but there has been a huge increase in game studios trying to introduce NFTs or crypto into their video games. And I guess it makes sense from the publisher side, as it gives you another way to monetize your video game. And game studios and publishers are companies, so they obviously want to make money. And I've even been asked to work on an NFT game, and I'm not even that good of a game developer. But what might an NFT in a game actually look like? Well, it could be a specific legendary item, a cosmetic, a username, a profile picture, a plot of land, kind of really anything. But again, since NFTs are uniquely identifiable, there would only be one copy of that plot of land, that item, that username, that profile picture within that company or game's blockchain, which is where the monetization comes in, as players would be able to then sell or buy these different items, whether for cosmetic or actual gameplay purposes. Now, monetization in video games has a long history, such as selling World of Warcraft or RuneScape Gold or accounts with rare items. But as it relates to NFTs in video games, the real question is why? Like, why add all of this integration at all? Does this actually make the game more fun? Sure, it makes more money, but more fun? If there is only one blessed blade of the Windseeker available in all of World of Warcraft, is that really fun? Just because I don't have enough real world money to purchase an item? Now, one of the opposing arguments, or one of the arguments in favor of adding NFTs to video games, is that it gives players a chance to actually make real life money within a game that they like. And I say to that, is that even good? Should players be earning money, or does that detract from the whole point of video games? To escape to a world where real world currencies and markets don't matter, and you don't have to focus on maximizing your in-game crypto mining or NFT minting. But on the flip side, maybe they'll create more jobs or financial opportunities based on all of the monetization in the game. Now, Folding Ideas made a great point in his video that I really want to re-emphasize, which was crypto and NFTs ultimately end up with the monetization of everything. As I said, NFTs are just a block of data, so pretty much anything can be represented as an NFT and thus be monetized in a speculative market. So it brings up another question. Should everything in life be monetized or monetizable? This video isn't really meant to convince you of one argument versus another, so I'll leave that up to your own opinions. But for me, when working on my game, the Time Lord Accord, don't hold me to that name, I can't really think of a reason to add NFTs from a fun perspective. Again, I think the tech is interesting and would be a cool side project to work on, but mostly just because it seems interesting. I don't think they would make the game any more fun, and really just emphasizes the class imbalances that people may face in the rest of their lives, where some people can spend millions of dollars on a picture of an ape and others can't. Another argument for NFTs in video games is that it can just be applicable to cosmetic items and not player power items or progression. I think this is probably the most realistic use of NFTs in a video game, but as a whole, cosmetic items being exchanged for real money has generally been seen in a negative light by most players. A good example of this can be seen in World of Warcraft. I know I mention World of Warcraft a lot throughout my videos, but that's just because I'm very familiar with that game. So in World of Warcraft, you can get mounts from very hard content, for example, being extremely high rated in player versus player combat. And you can also buy mounts for real money in the cash shop. In game, if I see someone on the Sinful Gladiator's Soul Eater, I know they played a lot of PvP and were pretty good at it. But if I see someone on the Silverian Dreamer mount, I know that they just had $25. So it really brings up another question: what is worth spending engineering resources on? For a moment, imagine if you were an engineering manager, or maybe you are an engineering manager. Should you tell your engineers to work on adding NFT items to your company's blockchain and building out the real money store, or adding actual gameplay? You could do both, but that still detracts from the gameplay side of the video game. Again, this video isn't meant to be a soapbox. I don't want to criticize either side if you're for or against NFTs. I honestly do find the technology pretty interesting from my computer science or software engineering perspective, but from my standpoint, I don't see the benefit of adding such a system to a video game. I really don't want to create something where players feel like it's a second job, but rather can just go in and have fun, and for a few moments, just stop thinking about finances or real life responsibilities. But maybe my mind will change. Maybe NFT games will be a huge success and players love them, and then maybe I'll try it. But for the time being, I can't really imagine integrating crypto or NFTs quite yet. I'd really like to hear your all opinions on this, so comment them down below. As I said, I'm working on another devlog and some other videos, so stay tuned for those. Comment down below any suggestions for future videos you might want to see. Thank you for sticking to the end. My name is Michael. We do bad British accents at the end of every video. Check out one of my past videos of my past self would thank you dearly, and check out one of my future videos. My future self would also thank you dearly. That's all from me. Hopefully I see you in another one. Bye bye.